I'm hopeless. I'm ruined.
You there, from the ship. The Prowler, here in Haven. They sail with the Gold Fleet. They picked up. My unit came here with a speaker for the Main. A great honor to travel in his company, to visit the capital of the Dominion. But it seems pirates captured Haven. They must have overwhelmed the defenders. I'm uncertain. Lord Garashri brought my unit to Haven as part of our final training. But when we arrived, the city was under pirate attack. We worked with the fisherfolk to help the citizens escape. The Jackdaws, a pirate band that raids throughout the long coast. But how could one pirate ship do so much damage? They shouldn't have taken the city at all, let alone as quickly as they did. The speaker for the Main, he brought my people into the Dominion. I'm lucky to serve in his private guard. He sought to introduce us to other lands and people of the Dominion. I do not think he meant our first journey to be this exciting. I do not presume to know. He ordered me to protect the refugees on this island, while he rallies resistance inside the town. This one longs to fight by Lord Garashri's side, but I must follow orders. The fisherfolk, they were away from the port during the attack. The rest are refugees from Haven, mostly guards and merchants who escaped the city. The speaker hoped to locate General Andare, but we could find no sign of her garrison. He feels the city's defense is our responsibility, but there are few of us. Please, find Lord Gareshri. Help take Haven back from the pirates. This one. I do not know. Not exactly. I only know what I must protect. But Lord Gareshri spoke with some refugees before he left. The merchant Narel, and Corinway, who leads the fisher folk. Perhaps they would know.
When I went to bed last night, I dreamed of a fully laden ship docking in the harbor. I thought it was a good omen. Couldn't have been more wrong. He was wading through the swamp with a handful of soldiers. They looked greener than the water. But good luck to the Cat Lord, I say. To the other end of the marsh. I've only seen the place from the Haven docks. Never thought I'd wade through it. If you're headed after the Cat Lord, cross the marsh and make for the walls. I'd wager he's by the gate. One moment I was nearly asleep, and the next I heard yelling. I looked outside and saw raiders with torches, so I leapt out the window and ran. That's right, completely nude all the way here. The fisherfolk loaned me some clothes. Good of them. Never seen it before this evening. I've sent apprentices there for alchemical supplies. Had I known it was crawling with Horvor, I would have increased their stipends. But not by much. You have to keep them in line. One moment I was nearly asleep, and the next I heard yelling. I looked outside and saw raiders with torches, so I leapt out the window and ran. That's right, completely nude all the way here. The fisherfolk loaned me some clothes. Good of them.
Let them have it!
I can't be the last one. Why didn't they head for the walls?
Without the weight of numbers, we can't retake Haven by direct assault. The key to victory is the fort. Sharp clawed that one. It's why I left her in charge. This has been enlightening training cruise for my soldiers. I wanted to show them life outside of elsewhere. For them to see what it means to be a Dominion citizen, I never expected this. Ah, yes. The great General Endari. I wanted to introduce my soldiers to a real Dominion hero. Shame that she's gone. Pulled her fearsome Jade Dragoons out of town before we arrived, and left the place defenseless. Seems the pirates decided to fill the void. A question for another time. Right now, we need to deal with these pirates. Jackdaws, they call themselves. We spotted a few giving orders to the others. These Jackdaw lieutenants are the key. We must know why have the Jackdaws lingered in Haven. What do they plan for its citizens? Take my notebook and find the Jackdaw lieutenants. Make note of anything they say which gives us a clearer understanding.
Attack!
I'm still here. Thanks for asking. Off with you, Swit!
Doesn't anybody want to hear my funny story?
I really don't like your odds. Spread out! I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. Move now!
So much to do.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers.
Some of Haven's guard arrived to defend the fisher folk and refugees. I thought to sneak along the beaches, see what I could learn. Then I saw you. So, what should we do? Really? What are the Jackdaws planning? What? Why would pirates do such a thing? We must get to the fort and stop them. But if they hold the fort, they must have the gates locked. How could we get in? Good. If you can enter the fort and open the gate, I can bring reinforcements to you. Where is Lord Garashri? I must tell him of this plan. Then we both must hurry. Keep your wits about you, friend. We'll meet inside the fort and stop these pirates from whatever dark magics they plan.
You've done it! Excellent work. Well done. The pirate leader intends to fill Haven streets with undead slaves, but there's still time to stop them. They're coming from the Fighters Guild. I need someone I can trust to get inside and disrupt their foul rituals. Can I count on you once more? By Alkosh's scaly nethers, I knew you'd come through. Now, the pirates are likely to have the Fighters Guild heavily guarded and locked down. I hand it to you. Found it on a pirate's corpse and recognized the markings. The luck of Rachin was with me. I'm sure the Fighters Guild will approve of you smashing anything that doesn't belong. When you finish, inform Lieutenant Kazarki of your success.
Let them have it! Greetings, my friend. You did it. The undead fell in their tracks. The pirates, they surrendered or fled. A good day. They won't tell me. That means it's bad, isn't it? I'm going to die. I see. Strange. I thought I would fear this moment. But instead I'm filled with pride that I could fight beside the speaker for the Main. And beside you. Lord Gareshri isn't around, is he?
No. He rallies the people of Haven against the pirates. Please, do not distract him with my fate. If I die from wounds justly earned, I'll greet my ancestors with honor. Tell the Speaker it was an honor to serve him.
Ha! I knew you'd done it the moment those undead fell to tatters. Half of the pirates surrendered on the spot. They must have thought whatever you did to the undead would happen to them next. This means three things. First, you were instrumental in crashing the pirate invasion of Haven. Second, the Dominion's leadership owes you a debt of thanks. And third, I am privileged to be the one who pays it. An honor to fight beside you. I'd like to know why General Andare pulled her Jade Dragoons from Haven. Their absence nearly led to the Jackdaw's success. What? The last I saw, she was carving her way through undead warriors. How bad is it? Nonsense. I'll send for Mages Guild healers to treat her immediately. Don't you worry about Lieutenant Kazarki. She fought like she was born with 6 claws. There's no way she'll go without a fight.
Fivefold venerations, my friend.
course, Eldenroot has a significant presence of both the fighters and the mages guilds. We have sizable rules of battle within the trade.
What? Comrade, a word.
The line never ends. You're a bold one to approach so fearlessly. Give me a good reason to speak with you. I'll make it seem like you're here at my request. Otherwise, my subjects will think you cut the line and start sizing you up for dinner. How are you at building embassies? You see, Queen Irene promised one would be built for the Khajiit as a gesture of goodwill. But now a year has passed and there's still no Khajiit embassy. This has led to no end of headaches. Good question. You wish to serve the Comoran throne? You can start by asking Prince Naaman why his people aren't fulfilling their promises. He's the one who seems to have the entire Elden Tree lodged up his flue. I can say that. I'm the king.
Yes? Quickly now. Don't leave your mouth to hang agape. That again? My sister, Queen Irene, foolishly committed to build the Khajiit an embassy months ago. Everything was to be handled through Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy. No, you don't get to question me, not after you slew High Kin Lady Estri. Do you think I'm one to have a chat with the person who killed my wife? That we'll break out the Sylphmead and share a good laugh? I suppose that's my burden. Very well, I won't give you the satisfaction of doubting my loyalty. You were asking after the Khajiit? Ask a stonemason. I have to prepare for the ratification ceremony before Queen Irene's arrival. I can't be troubled with such minor issues. If you care to pursue the matter, speak with Ambassador Tarinwe at the Ultima Embassy. An archaic wood elf ritual. If she dances to their tune, Queen Irene will be recognized by the heavens as a worthy candidate for Emperor of Tamriel. Rubbish, if you ask me. To promote harmony, she'd tell you. The same reason she picked this bizarre tree city as the Dominion's capital. She wants every member of the Dominion to feel as though they're equal. Oh, we need to be unified against our enemies, and having a high elf in charge is paramount to our success. But do we really need all this coddling? The ratification ceremony, the business with the embassy, more problems due to harmony?
You're not one for waiting in lines, are you?
Over here, Initiate.
Haven is free of pirates. Looks like General Endare kicked them out.
How do you know? Were you there?
Where's our embassy?
Come out! Come out and talk to us.
I suppose a wanderer like you wouldn't know what busy looks like. I will demonstrate. Feel free to observe, quietly and from a distance. Oh, forgive my manners. There's so much to do in preparing for Queen Irene's ratification ceremony. Tempers fray, as I'm sure you can understand. But if Prince Naaman sent you, it must be important. What can I do for you? Why would Prince Naaman care about that? If they are too lazy to build their own embassy, can't they afford an inn? Well, of course, I ordered it done. I hired some wood elves to excavate the stone and set aside supplies for Khajiit to use. It isn't my fault if the locals couldn't do their jobs. Check our storeroom. The Khajiit didn't even bother to pick up the supplies. In the meantime, I'm off to locate Prince Naaman. If he didn't send you here with his blessing, I'll see you face Dominion justice. We'll see what Prince Naaman thinks of your impertinent questions. Wait to take a load off at the inn.
That's far enough. The storeroom is off limits. Ambassador Turin weighs orders. She did? That's different then. Show me her orders and I'll stand aside. Then I can't let you inside. Her instructions were very specific. No one gets in without her written permission. I'm to remain at my post until relieved. Except in an emergency, of course. The Khajiits could riot. That would be bad. Very bad. Or a fire, of course. But the chances of that happening are slim. I'm here on the ambassador's orders. I can't leave my post unless there's an emergency. What? Did you hear that? I could have sworn it was my captain calling me away.
Where is the guard? And what are you doing here? I'd expected you would solve problems at the embassy, not cause them. Do you realize what's happening out here? Oh, never mind. Explain what you were doing in that storeroom. Why would she do that? Oh, never mind. Well, what did you find? Typical bureaucratic corruption. I expected better of the ambassador. No matter. Supplies can be replaced. What about the Khajiit embassy? Did she say why construction hasn't begun? What do you mean, collect stone? That should have happened months ago. They should be ready to build it. I'll talk to the ambassador myself. Put the fear of the Dominion into her. I'm surprised we didn't pass each other on the road. Get to those ruins and find that work crew. I want to know why they haven't done their jobs. I won't have Queen Irene's word impugned by someone else's incompetence.
For mummy.
You there. We need to talk.
Saw you standing over the body of a dead wood elf. Nearly put an arrow in your throat. Good thing I recognize you. Azerith, bind us, Ranger. We work directly for King Camoran Eredon. Saw you earlier in the throne room. The king had his suspicions about the missing work crew and asked me to look into it. Seems we both have a stake in this. I know enough. Khajiit are owed an embassy. They're angry the High Elves are dragging their feet to build it. Seemed like politics until a dozen stonemasons vanished without a trace. The king sent me to find out why. Before the Dominion, King Camoran Eredon nearly lost a civil war. I came to see if the missing stonemasons were targeted by the Black Sap Rebellion. But Black Sap would have displayed the bodies, not left them as food for Horvor. The king suspects Ambassador Tarinwe has been up to no good. Little things, some of her associations. But he can't accuse his allies of undermining the whole alliance. So he sent me to deal with it. Ambassador Tarinwe used criminals to smuggle supplies. Never directly, but enough for us to notice. I'm not saying she had these stonemasons killed, but I'd like to ask her myself. Problem is, there's nothing we can do while she's in the Altmer embassy. If she left the embassy, she knows someone's onto her. She'll go to ground, try to flee. Have someone smuggle her out of Grahtwood. We should probably stop her. Meet me by the Middens, at the base of the Elden Tree. I'll be there shortly.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Are Khajiit really welcome in your dominion?
Amazing to think you've been in the field with Tellinger himself! Simply amazing!
They call this place the Middens because it's where all the refuse ends up. We clear them out now and again, but they always come back. Necessary evil, I'm told. Spoke with someone I trust. She's definitely here. We should get moving. We're not far behind her. Capture her, bring her in for questioning. Find proof she's behind this so Prince Naaman doesn't explode with outrage. Never thought I'd hunt a High Elf ambassador. Smugglers, skooma addicts, and more than a few criminals. They keep to themselves, but sometimes they band together to repel outsiders. Kind of like a filthier version of the Dominion. Our goal is to find Ambassador Tarinwe before she buys passage out of Grahtwood. Staying in the shadows, avoiding unnecessary conflict, that's what I'd do. But there's a lot of ground to search. I'll follow your lead.
I wasn't always a beggar.
Have pity.
That was a bit of a warm-up.
Prince Naaman sent someone to the embassy. We have to leave before we're discovered.
Too late! For the heavens!
Is that the last of them?
On your feet! You're coming with me.
Why? Where are you taking me?
To King Camoran Eredon, where you'll answer for crimes against the Dominion.
He'll have me killed and served for dinner.
Only if you're proven guilty. And if you are, none of us could stomach you. Now get moving! Good working with you. I'll take her from here. You should inform the king of the good news.
Could you help me out?
Some people don't like the bustle of cities, but I come from a big family, so it reminds me of home.
You've returned. What have you learned of the Khajiit embassy? Oh, good. Nothing I enjoy more than talk of conspiracy. Did the ambassador have a manifesto? They usually have manifestos. No matter. I trust you resolved it. Splendid. I'll allow you the honor of informing Prince Naemon. Why not tell him the duly selected High Elf ambassador was working against the very dominion she pledged to support? I'll sit in my throne and try not to gloat.
I heard what you said to the king. Ambassador Tarinway a traitor, my wife's killer, a loyal servant, and I, Queen Iren's representative in Eldenroot, required to thank you for your efforts. Very well. I'll provide no reason to question my duty to the Dominion. We'll interrogate Ambassador Tarinway until we know the extent of her treason. Then she'll die, as all traitors must. But no matter. Your efficiency in resolving this matter was commendable, and the Dominion rewards its servants. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal could not have been more absolute. She knew the details of the ratification ceremony, which puts Queen Iren at risk. It's my sister's own fault. She thought to appease the Sylvanar and the Main by agreeing to this foolish process. The ratification ceremony ends with the orrery, an ancient device beneath Eldenroot. It will divine Queen Iren's capacity to become Empress, or some such. But Ambassador Tarinway assisted in the preparations. I must assume she tried to sabotage the proceedings. Doing so would make Queen Iren look weak. No, we must proceed. You've proven your competence, so I'll ask you to speak with Melaras. He's an expert on the orrery and knows what must be done. Quite pleasant once you grow accustomed to the smell. The preparations for this ratification ceremony seem endless, but I'm up to the task. She asked how she could prove herself their rightful leader. The Sylvanar suggested the orrery nonsense, and the Main agreed. Of course, neither will be present to see it, yet my sister is held to her pledge. How unexpected. Khajiiti political excuses are impossible to discern. I know the Main will not be present, and that's all I care to know. As for the Sylvanar, he died on Kenathi's roost. Thought he could negotiate with the filthy sea elves. King Camoran Eredon. It's beneath his city, so there's no turning him away. And myself, of course.
Please don't mind Prince Naemon. Ambassador Tarinway's betrayal is a shock to us all. But no matter, the orrery must work flawlessly for the Queen. That's what we will ensure. Enough to be of service. The orrery hasn't functioned as intended for ages. We planned to use some rather delicate magic to trick it into operation. But if Prince Naemon believes there was sabotage, we must look to an alternative method. Why, we'll look to the past. According to legend, the orrery required a skilled operator, an alien source of power, and a divine spark before it would function. Without all three, it won't do anything but spin. Quite pretty, but not very useful. Conservator Darineth maintains the orrery and has studied the Ayleid monitoring rituals. Unfortunately, she was called away to Southpoint for a personal matter. If you can locate her and convince her to return, we'll have our operator. I've researched this a bit. Really, you need to be in 3 places at once. Simple, right? But the Fallen Esti Winter site is rumored to hold a relic of the Khajiiti thief god. For our purposes, Radchin's mantle will serve as the divine spark, if it's truly there, of course. The Heart of a Numeral originally brought life to the orrery, according to the texts. It long ago went missing. But a member of the local Mages Guild named Larinalda theorizes it's in a local Ayleid ruin. She's currently at the Reliquary of Stars, seeking the heart of a numeral. Wonderful! Have anything you find sent directly to the orrery. Once everything is in place, we can begin the ratification ceremony. And do refrain from referring to Conservator Darineth as a missing element.
Soldiers. Soldiers everywhere. They turned our holy site into a slave camp. Get out of here while you still can. Dominion soldiers. They're led by General Indare, the Jade Butcher of Cormount. They forced us to dig for them, to uproot the soil. They're looking for something buried deep in the ground. One of the soldiers called it Rachin's Mantle. My friend Raylor seemed really concerned. He asked me to go to Elden Root and warn the Mages Guild. I've never seen him so worried. Raylor is near those glowing stones. Be careful!
You aren't with the pilgrims, are you? Then perhaps you can be of assistance. General Endare scours this place for Rajine's mantle, but the relic must be kept from her hands. Either she misunderstands the dangers, or she thinks they don't apply to her. I'm concerned about its misuse. Unless you're prepared to handle them correctly, relics such as these can corrode you. I would tell General Endare myself, but I don't trust her intentions. Not after she pressed these pilgrims into service. Then she's in luck. I served the 8 divines before joining the Mages Guild. I know what must be done to safely transport a relic such as Rajine's mantle. We'll just need to find it before General Endare does. The Falinesti faithful believe the Welkin stones hold the memories of the walking city. Earlier, I heard soldiers speaking of the same stones. If you can see me past the frost trolls, perhaps we can see what the stones have to do with Rajine's mantle. Rajine is a Khajiit trickster god, also worshipped by thieves and deceivers. The Khajiit swap tales of Rajine's greatest pranks. It is said his 7 shadows do his bidding throughout Tamriel. Yes, each shadow reflects a different aspect of Rajine's personality and power. This could be a convenient metaphor, actual living shadows, or something else entirely. I have a theory, but until I can support it, speculation is less than useless. Perhaps the Welkin stones will reveal more. A famous High Elf general, or infamous, depending on who you ask. Her Jade Dragoons are well respected, but she has an aggressive reputation. Last I heard, she was in Haven. A very good question, which raises another. Rajine's mantle is a Khajiit legend. Why does she seek it out in Grahtwood, the home of the Wood Elf King? What could have brought it to the Falinesti winter site? Arms as tall as a person, an endless hunger, and jaws that can snap off a horse's leg in a single bite. Why am I afraid of frost trolls? The real question is, why aren't you? All 3 of its eyes are staring at me! It's gonna tear us in half! It's going to kill us! Frost troll! A frost troll! he mean?
Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it wouldn't.
There's
Maybe
no
they should
hope.
try that.
We'll be its next meal. Let's see what these stones reveal.
Who are you? What brings you into my home?
A simple thief of hearts, come to steal yours from this walking city.
Steal my heart or steal your loins? For your arrow looks a quiver.
Such a lowly mouth can dine anywhere, a trait we both share. What service to our palates should we conjoin in feast?
I am a married woman, so you must starve, unless you care to feast upon yourself.
There must be more to see.
I cannot sleep, and my husband will not wake. What cruel jest is this?
Say the word, Lady Nerume. I will allow you to sleep in my bed.
Scoundrel! You think to steal me from my husband? From the city I call home?
I only stole your sleep, which I gifted to your husband. His inattention must make him harder to love.
What would you know of love, monster? You have none of it, and you will have none of me.
Your protests ring hollow, Lady Nerume. We shall see how much when I steal you away from husband and home. to the flame! What else can we learn?
Come to me, my little snowbird.
What have you done? Where am I?
This vault, I built it to hold a precious treasure deep below your walking city. I will keep you safe and away from interference.
Why have you done this? Is your heart as cold as this chamber?
Your heart is cold, Lady Nerume. Warming it to Rajin's shadow will unlock the prison built of your denial.
Never. I would rather freeze until time's end than share one warm moment with you.
So be it. This vault shall forever hold your frozen heart. I leave my mantle to conceal the shame you caused me. Farewell, Nerume. Now we know why the fallen Esti faithful were forced to dig. We should speak of this. General Endare was certain she'd find Rajin's mantle beneath the fallen Esti winter site. She made the fallen Esti faithful dig for that frozen vault. It seems they have uncovered it. And it would certainly explain the frost trolls. Perhaps Kirtor can help. The fallen Esti faithful aren't led by anyone, but after the soldiers arrived, he worked to keep tempers calm. He may know where to find the vault. Last I saw, he was in an encampment near the dig site. Mostly fallen Esti faithful with a handful of soldiers. We should avoid the site itself. The frost trolls are down there. They're peaceful sorts. Most believe their faith will one day draw the walking city back from wherever it disappeared. You'd be better off asking them to explain their own delusion. I've noted it's not a religious experience for everybody. Some use the annual pilgrimage to hold a revel in Fallen Esti's honor. Any excuse to celebrate.
I hope you're watching.
Thought I'd never escape.
Half an ear! Stuck between its teeth!
I could use a healer.
Free at last! My thanks!
You travel with Braylor. He has proven himself a friend to the fallen Esti faithful. There are questions written upon your faces. What is it you seek? As was General Endare. When our digging revealed existing tunnels, she pulled us back to our camp before taking her soldiers to the dig site below. Then the frost trolls emerged from the caves. They slaughtered most soldiers left behind. It seems you diverted a frost troll from one of her soldiers. Upon reaching safety, the knowledge you seek was passed to me. She was last seen in the northernmost cave at the dig site. She pressed us into service in the search for Rachin's mantle. Initially, their treatment was harsh. but I spoke with her directly and proposed she take a lighter approach. In return, I would convince the Fallenesti faithful to assist her efforts. Yes, she saw the wisdom in my words. A reasonable request earned a reasonable response. A true shame the rest of Tamriel doesn't work like that.
I was done for. Are you another soldier? Come to loose trolls upon the Valenwood? How can so many know my name after all these years? Yes, I am Narame. I hope to stem the tide of frost trolls by sealing their egress, but ice is the only form I may take beyond the walls of my prison. Tell me why you are here. You are not the first. General Endare broke through to my prison in search of the same. I will aid you in seeking Regine's mantle, but only if you swear to free me. Regine's mantle is the key to my prison beneath the Fallenesti winter site. If I but touch its hem, it will steal all my hatred for Regine's shadow and fill the void with love. I'll make lute strings of his innards first. Only another may safely free me. A cruel and spiteful jest. To show me I was powerless in his clutches. Worse, to kindle hope my husband would come to free me, then smother that hope with his continued absence. But Regine's shadow knows nothing of love. I did not waver, not once. There is another cave, sealed by a frost-covered door. It leads to my prison. If you swear to free me, I will allow you inside to speak of Regine's mantle. I was delighted to speak with another after so long, but once inside she ignored me entirely. Then in her haste to find Regine's mantle, she loosed the frost trolls. Regine's shadow suspended them in my prison to guard against invaders. It seems they had never before supped on the flesh of men or mer. But once they did, it was a terrible frenzy. General Endari spoke of it being the second era. It seems I was trapped here in the first.
There. Come. Let us speak of Regine's mantle. This way! I'm in here! My prison holds me in complete solitude for centuries, yet 2 visitors arrive on the same day. But we have little time. General Andari has pushed deeper into the prison. Take this ring. It's my wedding band. It's the one thing I hold dear in this wretched place. Should you bring it to the inner vault, I can join you in icy form. I'll warn you of the dangers and aid you against them. You swore you would free me! Forgive me. The promise of freedom ruins my manners. You should do what you must, and what you are willing. I will not press you to betray who you are, not on my account. I was no mage when Rajine's shadow first stole me from Fallenesti, but I've studied every inch of this icy prison. With effort, I learned to sap away its energy. It's what allows me to form the icy construct, as we first met. Direct my wedding band at any foe. I can use it as a focus to freeze your enemies for a short time. Very little, unfortunately. It may be a divine piece of the god Rajine, gifted to his shadow. Why he would squander it upon me is beyond my comprehension. Why would anyone want a piece of the trickster god? The answer is usually power. But for what purpose, I cannot say. I've been trapped here for so long. To feel the sun upon my face again. Just to think of its indulgence. General Andari's soldiers were no match for the inner vault.
never take it from me!
Who are you? And why are you dragging that frost witch behind you? Out with it! You? I'm a decorated general of the Aldmeri Dominion, a hero to my people. Who better qualified to wield the power of a god? But I found Rajine's mantle. Why should Queen Irene be the one to wear it? I've been fighting since before she was born. You're right. We were overrun. I thought to use its power to slay our foes, but I couldn't stop. I killed my own soldiers. I can feel it, bringing my shadow to life. You must stop me, no matter the cost. No. You're trying to trick me. Trick the trickster god, huh? I can see through your lies. I won't give it to you or anyone. You'll fall to Rajine's shadow.
They're coming for us.
Those are names of defeat you.
Believe my eyes. You hold it in your hands. Now to break my bonds from this horrid prison. Removing Rajine's mantle from the inner vault weakened the magic of the prison. Now you must break it, once and for all. Rajine's mantle is a slippery thing, especially with enchantments that bind its bearer. Place it upon the brazier at the heart of this room, and it will smother the curse upon me. Have no fear. The relic will come to no harm. Soon I'll leave this place and return to my home. I'd nearly lost all hope.
Lady Nehrume, you denied my love, and now I deny your journey home. If you beg my forgiveness, convincingly, I'll return the walking city from where I stole it.
What? Could that filth spirit away all of fallen Nesti?
Change of plans?
He took the walking city? He took my home? Or is this another of his lies? What else can I do but seek my home? But everything is so different now. General Indare mentioned an Aldmeri Dominion, yet I don't know what that means. Without someone to guide me, I may as well prostrate myself before Rajine's shadow. Truly? Then I must find this Braylor and see what he knows of fallen Nesti. I should seek him out, and see the sky again with my own eyes.
and in your debt.
You say the frost trolls surrounded your prison for how many years? Truly detestable, my lady.
They were quite terrifying, even when projecting my construct in their midst.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but you're alive! We heard some terrible noises in the caves below. What happened? And you freed Lady Nerume! She's quite agreeable, and could prove to be a living repository of knowledge regarding the walking city. I hope General Endare didn't give you any trouble. I see. I don't know why she did all of this, but she was once a hero. I can't imagine her soldiers will take it well. But as you see, such relics are dangerous. I can deliver it to the Elden Root Mages Guild where its powers can be contained. I'll alert the Ultima Embassy when I've returned to Elden Root. Once I have it at the Mages Guild, I'll see if I can discern a safer way to handle it during a ratification ceremony. Excellent. I can't bear to think of the outcome had you not been here. But no matter. Lady Nerume and I will return to Elden Root as soon as it's safe.
so much to report, I don't know where to... A fellow seeker of knowledge. I can tell by the glint in your eye. The Reliquary of Stars is a marvelous find, is it not? Why, it recently came alive, though perhaps awake is the more appropriate word. One of my fellow Mages Guild scholars leads the excavation if you care to learn more. Come to think of it, I haven't seen Lara Nalda or her assistants in quite some time. Suppose it's a bit troubling. Say, would you happen to be headed into the ruins? I have this report to finish, but if you could check on Lara Nalda, it'd set my mind at ease. I'd love to chat more, but I really must finish this report. My fellows in the Elden Root Mages Guild are chomping at the bit to learn more of our findings. Yes, of course. Every dabbler in Proto-Alien literature knows. Many believe it's a metaphorical contrivance, but Lara Nalda thinks it's located in the walls of this ruin. If she wants to end such a promising career, more funding for the rest of us. Ooh, I'm sure she can explain her ridiculous theories better than I.
The slayer of High Kin Lady Estri, here among us.
If you're trying to sneak up on me, you have some competition. These flying books can be maddeningly silent when they want to be. Sometimes in pairs. They slam shut on your ear tips, then flutter off. It seems half the library has tormented us since we tripped the wards. I've been trying to settle things down, but it's slow going without my assistance. Tedrini headed to explore the Flesh Gardens. Once the wards broke, I sent Behilir to fetch him. Neither returned. Mages Guild protocol says I should remain in place until aid arrives. I'm hoping that's you. Do be careful out there. These books are harmless enough, but they aren't the only things flitting about in the dark. Everything was quiet when we arrived, but bones and other refuse littered the halls. With the wards broken, it wouldn't surprise me if more than books are moving about. The secrets in the Reliquary of Stars were long ago uncovered, save one. Incredible amounts of magicka coursed through its walls, even when the ruins remained dormant. Until recently, this was thought to be a peculiarity of its construction. It all goes back to Enumeril, one of the greatest Ayleid architects of the First Era. He built the Great Seal of Bellerata and the orrery at Eldenroot. Then recently, we uncovered proof that he constructed the archives in the Reliquary of Stars. Enumeril put his heart into his work. Literally, if the stories have the right of it. It powered the orrery at Eldenroot until it was lost. That's the source of power here, you see? It's what we hope to recover. Think of the potential applications. Are you, then? The Mages Guild petitioned the court of King Camoran Eredon for months before we were allowed to excavate. And now you hope to waltz through and collect the heart of Enumeril for yourself. Why would you possibly need it? Oh, I suppose that's a good enough reason. We've scoured the ruins from top to bottom and haven't seen so much as a glimmer. But if we do find it, the Mages Guild would be more than happy to aid Queen Irene.
If it would hold still, I could capture its likeness.
Many fleshlings running through the halls. Such obstreperous creatures. You seem a fine specimen. I don't think I have one of your kind in my garden. Oh, and it speaks. I just finished a tetriny, some of my finest work between you and me, though you couldn't possibly appreciate the detail. Why, you need to entertain me. There are a variety of chests throughout the gardens. I placed your friend's soul in one of them. See if you find it before my posing retinue tears you to pieces. The caretaker. I preserve everything against the ravages of time. Scrolls and books are easy. But the aliens themselves, they resisted at first, but they saw things my way in time. Have a look around you. They used to be. Turning a body to stone is easy. The trick is keeping the mind intact. If they hadn't settled into place so many years ago, I'd introduce you to my former masters. Pity. Hardly. My masters found there were certain difficulties in allowing me to roam this place unfettered. So they split me from my body. In this form I can go where I please, but I can't touch anything directly. It's quite upsetting. The caretaker.
You perfidious slime! You'll rule the... What? You're not... And I'm... What happened? Ukezi. Why does that name sound familiar? Perhaps... No, I've lost it. Wait, where is La Ronalda? Good. That's good. Then it hasn't been too long. I really should head back, get my bearings. Don't worry about me. I know the way back. Wasn't he back at the camp? I suppose La Ronalda would know where he's off to. Always getting lost, that one.